Tonight we're going to confront a truth that's as uncomfortable as it is necessary. 99% of you will never be rich. That's not because you lack potential, because the world is unfair. It's because most of you won't do what it takes. So let's break this down. Comfort zone is a seductive place. It's warm, familiar, and predictable, a space where life feels safe and manageable. For many, this zone becomes a self-imposed prison, one that limits growth, stifles ambition, and ultimately keeps them from achieving the success they desire. People cling to routines and habits that feel secure, avoiding the risks and uncertainties that come with stepping outside of their comfort zone. But what they fail to see is that the comfort zone is where dreams go to die. When you stay in your comfort zone, you're not challenging yourself. You're not learning new skills or gaining new experiences that can propel you forward. Growth doesn't happen in a vacuum of ease and predictability. It happens when you push yourself to the edge of your abilities and beyond. Yet most people resist this. They tell themselves that stepping outside their comfort zone is too hard, too risky, or simply unnecessary. They justify staying where they are, convincing themselves that their current circumstances are good enough. But good enough is not the foundation of a rich and fulfilling life. Think about it, every person who has achieved greatness has at some point had to face discomfort head on. Athletes push through physical pain to break records. Entrepreneurs risk failure, humiliation, and financial loss to build businesses. Artists expose their innermost thoughts and ideas to criticism to create something meaningful. These individuals understand that the path to success is paved with discomfort. They embrace it, knowing that every challenge they face is an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. The problem is that society often reinforces the allure of the comfort zone. We're conditioned to avoid failure, to seek stability, and to play it safe. From a young age, we're taught to follow a linear path, go to school, get a steady job, and stick to the script. While there's nothing inherently wrong with this path, it often leads to complacency. People settle into jobs they don't love because they're afraid of the uncertainty that comes with pursuing their true passions. They avoid taking risks because they fear what others might think if they fail. Over time, the comfort zone becomes a barrier, a wall that separates them from their dreams. Fear is the biggest enforcer of the comfort zone. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These are the forces that keep people rooted in place. But what most don't realize is that fear isn't meant to be avoided. It's meant to be confronted. Fear is a sign that you're about to do something that matters, something that has the potential to change your life. The wealthy and successful understand this. They don't let fear dictate their decisions. Instead, they use it as fuel to push forward, knowing that every step outside their comfort zone brings them closer to their goals. The truth is, comfort is the enemy of progress. The moment you choose comfort over challenge, you choose stagnation over growth. It's not easy to step into discomfort. It takes courage, resilience, and a willingness to fail. But if you want to rise above the crowd, to achieve a level of success that sets you apart, you have to be willing to leave the safety of the comfort zone behind. Because everything you want, every dream, every goal, every ounce of greatness is waiting for you just beyond it. Wealth is one of the most misunderstood concepts in the world. For many, it's equated with flashy cars, sprawling mansions, designer clothing, and extravagant vacations. People see these outward symbols of affluence and assume they define what it means to be wealthy. But that couldn't be further from the truth. True wealth isn't about what you can show, it's about what you can sustain. It's not about spending, it's about building. And this fundamental misunderstanding is one of the reasons most people never achieve real financial freedom. Too often, people focus on looking wealthy rather than becoming wealthy. They chase after status symbols, spending money they don't have to impress people who aren't even paying attention. They max out credit cards for things that depreciate in value the moment they're purchased. A brand new car might turn heads, but it doesn't build wealth. A closet full of designer clothes may look impressive, but it won't secure your financial future. This is the trap many fall into, mistaking consumption for wealth. The truth is, those who are truly wealthy don't prioritize looking rich. They prioritize assets over liabilities, investments over expenses, and long-term security over short-term gratification. Real wealth begins with a mindset. It's not just about the money in your bank account, it's about how you think about and manage your resources. The wealthy understand the power of money and the importance of making it work for them. They know that every dollar is a tool, a seed that can grow if planted wisely. Instead of spending every paycheck, they invest. They buy assets that generate income like stocks, real estate, or businesses. They focus on building streams of revenue that will continue to flow even when they're not actively working. This is the cornerstone of wealth, creating something that lasts, something that grows over time. Another misunderstanding is the belief that wealth is about luck or inheritance. While these factors can play a role, they are not the defining elements of financial success. The majority of wealthy individuals didn't start out with riches. They built their wealth through discipline, strategy, and perseverance. They educated themselves about money, took calculated risk, and embraced the power of compound growth. It's not about how much you start with. It's about how you manage what you have and the habits you develop. Yet many people dismiss these truths, believing that wealth is out of reach for anyone not born into privilege. Perhaps the most damaging misconception is the idea that wealth is selfish or evil. Society often paints the wealthy as greedy or disconnected, creating a stigma around the pursuit of financial success. But wealth, in its true sense, is a tool for freedom and impact. It's not just about personal gain, it's about creating opportunities, supporting others, and leaving a legacy. True wealth enables you to live life on your own terms, to contribute meaningfully to your community, and to make a difference in the world. Those who misunderstand this often stay stuck in cycles of scarcity, believing that striving for more is inherently wrong. The misunderstanding of wealth keeps people trapped in patterns of consumption, fear, and limitation. It blinds them to the possibilities that come with financial education, disciplined saving, and strategic investing. Wealth is not a destination, it's a journey, a series of intentional choices that lead to abundance, freedom, and security. Those who fail to grasp this will continue to chase illusions, while those who understand the truth will quietly and steadily build the kind of life most can only dream of. Excuses are easy. They're comfortable, familiar, and require no action. Execution, on the other hand, is hard. It demands effort, focus, and accountability. This contrast between excuses and execution is what separates the average from the extraordinary, the stagnant from the successful. Unfortunately, most people lean into excuses, a way to justify their lack of progress, while those who rise to the top understand that success comes from action, not alibis. Excuses often come disguised, valid reasons. People blame their circumstances, resources, or even timing for their inability to move forward. I don't have the right connections. I didn't have a good start in life. The market is too competitive. These statements feel justified in the moment, but they all have one thing in common: they shift responsibility away from the individual and onto external factors. This mindset is dangerous because it creates a pattern of helplessness. When you focus on what you can't control, you give away your power to create change. On the other hand, requires a mindset about taking full. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, outcomes, and future, regardless of the obstacles in your way. The truth is, no one has a perfect set of circumstances. Even the most successful people have faced challenges, setbacks, and failures. The difference is that they chose to focus on solutions rather than problems. Where others see obstacles, they see opportunities. They don't waste time complaining or blaming. They take action, learn from their mistakes, and keep moving forward. The gap between excuses and execution is often bridged by discipline. Excuses are born out of a desire for immediate comfort. It's easier to rationalize why you can't do something than to push through the discomfort of actually doing it. Execution, however, requires the discipline to prioritize long-term goals over short-term gratification. It's the discipline to wake up early, put in the work, and stay consistent, even when progress feels slow or invisible. This is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Dreams are cheap, execution is priceless. Fear also plays a major role in why people lean on excuses. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown often paralyze people in inaction. But the truth is, failure is not the enemy, inaction is. Failure is a natural part of growth, a stepping stone on the path to success. Those who execute understand this. They don't let fear hold them back. They embrace it as part of the journey. They know that every misstep is an opportunity to learn and improve, while every excuse is a step further away from their goals. Another critical factor is perspective. People who make excuses often focus on scarcity, what they lack, what's missing, or what's working against them. Those who execute focus on abundance, what they have, what they can control, and what they can create. It's a mindset shift that makes all the difference. When you approach life with a sense of possibility, you naturally gravitate toward action. You stop waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances and start building with what you have. Excuses and execution are choices. One keeps you trapped in a cycle of mediocrity, while the other propels you toward greatness. It's not about whether you have time, resources, or luck. It's about whether you're willing to do the work. Those who succeed don't have fewer challenges. They just refuse to let excuses win. They choose execution, and in doing so, they choose success. In the end, the choice between excuses and execution defines the life you will lead. Excuses may feel comfortable in the moment, but they'll only leave you with regret and unfulfilled potential. Execution, though challenging, is the path to transformation, progress, and success. It's not about waiting for the perfect circumstances or avoiding failure. It's about showing up, taking responsibility, and doing the work no matter what. Every great achievement starts with a decision, the decision to stop making excuses and start taking action. So ask yourself, what kind of life do you want to live? One dictated by limitations you create for yourself, or one where you rise above them and take control of your destiny. The power is in your hands. Choose execution and watch your life change in ways you never thought possible. Because success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who wait.